Is my voice clear? Is it audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us take a simple problem first, then we'll go on for the complex problems. The first problem, calculate calculate the output voltage of three input inverting summing amplifier given R1 is equal to let me change 150 kilo ohm, R2 is equal to 200 kilo ohm, R3 is equal to 250 kilo ohm, and RF is equal to 1 mega ohm, and V1 is given as minus 2.5 volt, V2 is given as minus 1.5 volt, and V3 is equal to 3 volt. After that, they'll ask you write the op-amp circuit. So first we need to find out the output voltage, then we need to write the op-amp circuit. So for this particular given question, first thing you should, whenever this kind of problem is being given, you need to check what kind of what kind of op-amp they're asking for. It's inverting, and what kind of application they're looking for, summing. So it's an inverting summing. Then how many inputs they are expecting? 3 inputs. Then start with the problem. 3 inputs as it is summing. We are having 3 inputs minus 2.5, minus 1.5, and 3 volt. We have 150 kilo ohm, 200 kilo ohm, and 250 kilo ohm. This will be fed to the inverting terminal. And it will be given out. And the non-inverting terminal will be grounded. So we will be having a feedback, so which is of 1 mega ohm, and we need to find the output plus VCC minus VE. So you always have a practice of writing the circuit, whether they ask or not. Write the circuit. If they ask, they will be giving some marks for that. Some marks is dedicated for that. If they don't ask also, it is better to write, because some of the evaluators will expect you to write the circuit and then to solve. So writing the circuit is considered as a mandatory procedure. So we have the formula for 3-input inverting adder, as in our derivation we have taken RF by R as common. Can we take the same way here? RF by R was taken common. Can you take in the same way here?
No, sir.
No. Why?
Sir, here resistance are different.
Yes. Good. Here the resistors are different. That's why don't buy out any formula. It depends. See, instead of giving 3 input, they can give only 2 input, or they can give you 5 input also. So if you know the concept, you can apply it. So we know that for inverting, first thing is minus sign will be there always. since it is inverting. Then gain into voltage. RF by R1 into V1 plus RF by R2 into V2 plus RF by R3 into V3. So if you want, you can take RF outside common because feedback resistance is common. Otherwise, we can just use it here only to cancel the terms. Yeah. So substitute the values and let me know what is the output voltage. The RF value is given 1 mega. R1, R2, R3 is given and V1, V2, V3 is given. Substitute it and give me the answer.
What is actually happening? Again, if you are talking about half of this power, if you are talking about to grow this power, then we will get some important.
Yeah, done. What is the answer for this? Nagashri?
Yes, sir. I'm calculating.
Okay.
So minus 12.16 volt.
Minus 12.16 volt. Okay. What about others? Will the
12 into 10 to the power 6 volts.
negative value will not cancel?
Sir, it is
Yes,
positive.
sir, it will be positive.
So negative value will get cancelled.
That's right. Because the minus minus this is plus, and when you add this also, it will be greater, so you can subtract easily. So it will become positive. Okay, because already in the input only they are given negative. So we should be careful in this. So 12.16, is it correct? All of you are getting the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You are coming to the point. This is your reference point one. If you come down to the point where the value is,
Next one. See, sometimes they'll ask the problem like this. Derive an equation for output voltage for an non-inverting op amp. Find the gain of amplifier if RF is equal to 12 kilo ohm, R1 is equal to 2 kilo ohm. See here, they are asking derivation as well as the problem. So they can combine like this. And also, this kind of asking the question can also give you some more varieties like
Similarly, for this null, when you count
Yes, anybody is having any problem?
this is considered this is going to
Some more varieties of questions like derive an equation for output voltage of an 5 input inverting op amp and find the gain of the amplifier or find the output of the amplifier. So during that time, what you have to do is first derive the equation for that 5 input inverting op amp. In our discussion, we have done for 3 input inverting adder. But in the exam, they can ask you 5 input, 7 input, 3 input, 2 input, anything. Concept remains the same. The procedure remains the same for finding out the equation. So first derive the equation. Then to that equation, you need to substitute. Since here derive an expression for equation for output voltage of a non-inverting op amp. See, we have already done it in the discussions, so no need of doing it again. But in exam you have to derive. Okay, in exam you have to derive, but since we have already done it, we will not repeat that again. So just I wanted to inform you that this kind of question will also be will also come. So now, as we know, the formula for inverting non-inverting op amp is V naught is equal to Vi into 1 plus Rf by R1. This is the formula. Among this, which part is going to give the gain of the non-inverting op amp?
1 plus RF by R.
1 plus Rf by R1. The gain is equal to 1 plus Rf by R1. We'll take. Just substitute it. How much you'll get? 12k.
7, sir.
2k. Good. 7. 7 is the gain. What if, suppose instead of asking non-inverting, if they're asking inverting? What is it the
Minus R.
formula? Minus Vi into Rf by R1. So what will be the gain formula?
RF by R1.
RF
by R1 plus 1.
Gain is Rf by R1 or minus Rf by R1?
RF by
RF by
Minus RF by R.
So what does this minus indicate?
Inverted. Phase
Phase
Phase.
Difference. Okay. Because when this kind of problems are purposefully asked, because they know that students will just do mistakes in taking minus Rf by R1 like that. So don't take minus. Only when they are asking you to find out the output voltage, you need to take minus. Next, we'll move on to some complex problem. And the problem which we are doing it is frequently asked problem. Design an adder circuit using op amp to obtain an output voltage V naught is equal to, I'll make it as 2.5 into 3. It will be 3. 3 into 0.2 V1 plus 0.5 V2 plus 2 V3, where V1, V2, V3 are the inputs. Draw the circuit diagram. So you can see here, we are designing an adder circuit using op amp to obtain an output voltage of V0. They have given like this. So, what kind of op amp we need to use? Whether we need to use inverting or non-inverting adder,
Likewise, it is there. So you come to the point we are talking about, and similarly in case of
Inverting adder.
We'll use inverting adder. Please always remember one thing. Whenever an adder, they are not mentioning anything about the adder circuit. That is what kind of adder they want. Whether they want you to design inverting or non-inverting like that. Always give preference to inverting adder because inverting adder is easy compared to non-inverting adder. Because in non-inverting adder procedure is long. You need to find out the effective voltage, then you need to apply it to the virtual ground, and then you have to apply the virtual ground concept. From that virtual ground concept, again the procedure will start. So always prefer inverting adder because that is very easy and you can directly apply the formula. Now, if you are going to apply inverting adder, you need to look into the equation. See, this is a peculiar problem where they have given the output voltage and they are asking to design. Design means what are they expecting you? I have told several number of times. Design means resistance.
Resistance.
Design means resistance. You need to find out the resistor value. Here they have given the output voltage equation. Use that and find the resistors, individual resistors. Now, we need to just
likewise, when you are going in decimal value,
we will just compare our standard equation 3 into 0.2 V1 plus 0.5 V2 plus 2 V3. This with our standard equation. So standard equation for a 3-input inverting adder is, so first you need to write, let us consider an inverting adder with 3 inputs. So it will be minus RF by R1 into V1, RF by R2 into V2 plus RF by R3 into V3. Okay. Now, here you are having minus, but here you are having plus. From this, we understand that this inverting adder output should be passed to one more amplifier, which is going to nullify this negative sign. Nullify in the sense it is going to make it as positive. So what kind of op amp I need to use such that this negative sign becomes positive? This is the 3-input adder. You have negative, this is the positive, and this is the feedback resistance we are having. And now at this point, this voltage, whatever we get, will be
Inverting. Inverting amplifier.
Inverting, yeah. So here inverting adder you used. So here we will be getting minus 3 into 0.2 V1 plus 0.5 V2 plus 2 V3. This equation you get. So in order to nullify this, what we need to do is we need to use one more inverting amplifier. Right? So we need to use an inverting amplifier. But if in order to use this inverting amplifier, is this equation is matching with this equation. Our intention is only to what? What is our intention here mainly?
To nullify.
To nullify, to change this negative to positive. But if you take an inverting amplifier, it can add gain also. So in order to make it make it as an unity gain amplifier, what we should do?
Or
Hmm?
can short
RF is RI.
Sorry? I want to make this as an inverting unity gain inverting amplifier. What I should do? See, you cannot
RF should
use
be equal to RI.
RF.
Should be equal to RI.
Very good. RF should be equal to RI. These two should be equal because gain of an inverting amplifier is given by RF by RI. If these two are equal, then the gain will be equal to 1. So when gain is equal to 1, what this amplifier is going to do? It is going to just take this input and it is going to invert it, and it is going to give the output as 0.2 V1, 0.5 V2 plus 2 V3. Okay, this is the concept what you should know. Okay, so when you are going to do this, then this negative sign will become positive. Okay, now again, when you compare these two equations, what you can observe in these two, here we are having an 3 which is outside, but here everything is inside and everything is multiplied. So let us multiply this. We get 0.6 V1 plus 0.5 V2 plus 1.5 1.5 and 6 V3. Okay, so here let us assume
Sir,
yes, tell me.
sir, can't we supply the inverted signal itself to add a circuit, sir?
Inverted signal to
Add a circuit. Likewise, in the first problem, what included, sir,
Hmm.
in negative
Hmm.
sign.
Hmm.
That's also possible, right, sir?
I'm not getting what you're telling.
Sir, we have passed negative voltage, right, sir, in first problem. Likewise, we can do it also in this problem, right, sir?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
negative signals possible
yeah.
by
I
output.
got your question. See, there they have given input voltage. Individual input voltage they have given, but here you don't know what is voltage V1, V2, V3. You don't know. There we were knowing V1, V2, V3. Here directly they are giving you output voltage. There what happened? They gave you input voltage and they asked you output voltage. But here they are giving output voltage and they are asking you to find out this resistor values. Even they are not asking this one. Okay, so when you don't know what
Yes,
is V1, V2, V3, you cannot do like that. It is just the reverse process what they are doing. They are giving you output and they are asking you to find, in order to get this output, what should be the resistance value. Okay, even we don't know what is V1, V2, V3. They are not bothered about that. They are bothered about what resistance value you should put in order to get this equation. Okay, am I able to clear it
yes,
out?
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, now, so finally we'll be having this equation, so which is 6.6 V1 plus 1.5 V2 plus 6 V3. See, when I compare these two, I'll get RF by R1 is equal to 0.6, then RF by R2 is equal to 1.5, RF by R3 is equal to 6. So these are the three things which we are going to get. Now, as we know that the gain should be equal to unity. So in order to have unity gain, these two should be equal. So let us consider, select RF is equal to 10 kilo ohm. Since we know that it should be same, so let us consider it is 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm. Because unless you know, always whenever there are two unknowns given and you want to find out them individually, during that time one of them should be assumed. You cannot assume R1, but you can assume RF, because RF is the common thing for all. So you can always assume the common parameter, but you cannot assume individual parameter. So we select RF is equal to 10 kilo ohm, and from that we can find out R1, R2, R3. Please tell me what is R1, R2, R3.
Sir, 6 kilo ohm, 15 kilo ohm, and 60 kilo ohm.
6 kilo ohm,
15
okay,
and 60 kilo ohm. 60.
60.
Yes.
All of you got the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you have any doubt at any part, you can ask me. And you can check any question paper, last 2 years paper, you're having this problem. This kind of problem will be usually asked, because it is, if you know the concept, you can do it. That's all. Next, find the output of the following op-amp circuit.
If you're considering this as a maximum, you can say, yeah, you ask the very question. It is maximum. Or I think it's better by that's fine.
Plus minus. So like this, they will be asking multiple op-amps which are connected together.
But 0.70 watt, 0.70 max.
Whatever the problems we are discussing now, if you just concentrate on this problem, it is more than sufficient. Within this only you will be getting the problem. Only the values might be changed, but the problem, so the way of asking problem will be same.
What is this max value? This is a normalized, this is a normalized value of max value is also equal to. Got my point? This is a normalized variation pattern. Always remember normalized variation pattern. Maximum value will be 1. Maximum value will be 1. And when you go to the dB, it becomes 0.
Okay. So this is the problem which we are having. See here, 3 op-amp applications are being used and they are being combined. So this is one kind of op-amp, this is other kind of op-amp, and this is the other kind of op-amp. So what you call the first op-amp circuit as?
Non-inverting circuit. Non-inverting.
Non-inverting.
Non-inverting, yes. It is non-inverting. Next one, till here we get non-inverting. Let us mark this point as A. This is B. So what about this one?
Voltage follower.
Yes, it is a voltage follower. Now what about this?
Inverting.
Inverting.
Inverting adder. The 3 of them are combined, and the output of the first stage acts as input to the second stage, and the output of the second stage acts as one of the input to the third stage. So we should do it carefully. If you are going to do some mistake in the first stage, the entire answers will be wrong. So here 0.5 is considered as input. So we'll first take up the first part. So the first part, op-amp is an non-inverting amplifier. Here I have written shortly NIA. So don't write like this NIA and all. You just write completely non-inverting op-amp or non-inverting amplifier. So first we'll find out what is the voltage at A. So formula for non-inverting op-amp is Vi into 1 plus Rf by Ri. So Vi is 0.5 and 1 plus Rf is this one 10K by Ri 1K. What is the answer?
Find out the R power bandwidth. Simply go down by 0.7 to the max level.
5.5 volts.
Hmm?
5.5 volts.
5.5. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is 5.5 volt input. What is the voltage at VB? Second part.
5.5.
Same?
Yes, sir.
Because it is voltage follower. Output follows the input. Output and input will be same. Next, third one. Now, this point we need to take 5.5 volt and it is inverting adder. So now we will consider it. And first we'll write the equation. E naught is equal to. See here also we cannot have a common term outside because it is also having different resistor values. So let us write it individually. Rf by R1 into VB plus Rf by R1 into 1 volt plus Rf by Rf by R2 R3 into 0.5. Yeah. Now substitute the values and tell me the answer. Rf value is 15.
These both are not equal, not satisfied. Again, if you are given as 5. Again, not satisfied. So now you put your figure as 20.4. I don't think this kind of thing here. At this point,
So minus 1.845.
Minus 1.45.
845.
Okay. Others? We got the
Same,
same.
sir.
now all you can find out the first
So there is one more peculiar problem. I'll ask you, write the expression for the output voltage at points A, B, C, D, E, the given figure. And one more thing, those who are following my textbook, in the app also I have given some problems. You can go through that problems. You can just go to Cengage app and scratch the license key given in the book. And there I have given some extra problems. You can go through that and also some old problems I have given. So you can solve them also. Now, first part, it is given.
If 90 degree also, but the minimum 90 degree we are finding out. For this 45 degree, then this is 90 degree.
1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo ohm is V1. Now we will move to number topic. I think this is clear to all of you. 1 microfarad.
Yes, anybody please respond.
This is A.
Now we will move to the next point. This was B. Or you can also call it as Square. This is represented by the
1
symbol
mega ohm.
L.
So finally, it is going to be combined, and again it is given to one more op amp.
Now this is very interesting. How you are going to find
Minus
out
plus
what is that like. Let's move to the next page one. But this space might not be sufficient.
Okay. Now, see here there are totally 4 op amps that are being considered. What do you call this op amp?
So what is happening? Let's
What kind of op amp is it?
Inverting amplifier.
Yes, it's an inverting amplifier. Next, coming to this
Integrator.
integrator. Coming to this
Differentiator.
differentiator. Now coming to this
so this is the direction. X.
Inverting
what kind
ladder.
of op amp it is?
Inverting amp.
Inverting ladder.
Invert adder.
We have to find one angle.
So we can, it's the inverting adder. So now what we need to do is we have to first write individual equations VA, VB, VC. VA, VB, VC. We need to write the equation. Then VA, VB, VC, those equations becomes the input to the fourth part. So let us start with VA. So for VA, we are having its inverting amplifier. For inverting amplifier, we are having RF by R1 into VI. So since we don't know VI or V1, so it will be V1. So minus will be as it is. RF by R1, 1 kilo ohm by 1 kilo ohm, 1 kilo ohm by 1 kilo ohm. So it will be VA is equal to minus V1. For VB, what is the standard equation for VB? Minus 1 by R into C integration VI into dt. So now we'll substitute whatever the values we are having. So minus 1 by here R, we are having R, no? This which is this R value? What is this R value?
1 mega ohm.
1 mega ohm, 10 to the power of 6. Capacitor is 1 micro. So it is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Micro means minus 6. Mega means plus 6. Integration VI into dt. So it is V2 here. So we make it as V2. So finally VB is equal to minus integration of V2 into dt. Then coming to VC. So for VC we are having equation minus R into C into dV 3 by dt. So again, we are having, for this also we are having 1 mega ohm, and this is also 1 microfarad. Yes, any doubt? Into 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into dv3 by dt. Again, these two will get cancelled and we'll be having dv3 by dt. So finally, we need to find out V naught. So what we need to do? We need to just add all these things. So for that, first we'll write the equations. Minus will be common. Rf by R1 into V1 plus Rf by R2 into V2 plus Rf by R3 into V3.
R sin theta.
So substitute the values. Here RF value is 1 kilo ohm.
Can be called as R square.
Here in this case, can we take RF by R common?
Sin theta.
We can take, right? Because 1k, 1k, 1k.
Can be further called as R
So
square.
we can take it common, and it becomes RF by R into
Actually, what
VA plus VB plus VC.
so VA is
So that is equal to
R square into
1 kilo ohm by 1 kilo ohm
this is
into VA plus VB plus VC. So it will cancel out each other, and remaining thing is VA plus VB plus VC. So now we can just substitute
at this point
VA value, what you are having.
phi is equal to
You can stop at this or you can just substitute it. So VA is equal to minus V1 plus VB is equal to minus integration V2 into dt, and VC is equal to minus dV3 by dt. So this is the equation which we are having.
So the negative sign is there.
Okay. Yeah, negative sign is there. So all of them will become positive, right? Because individually we have already got negative sign. Since you are having negative sign here only, when you multiply it, it becomes positive. So that is about this problem. So similarly, you are having other problems also. We have one problem where we are going to they are going to ask about the load current. So whenever they ask about load current, that means the output we are having like this. Now we'll be having one resistance, which is known as load resistance. They have given the load resistance value. They'll give some load resistance value. Can you tell me what will be the voltage across this RL?
here you can find out this.
Here we have got V0. Okay, V0 we have got some 10 volt. So now we want to find out RL. Sorry, IL. So for IL we are having formula V by R. RL is known. What about V? Which is that V value?
So V0 minus VG.
V0 minus Vg. Okay. V0 minus Vg. Okay. After doing all that, only we have got this 10 volt. Now I'm asking, what is the voltage across RL?
V0.
V0. Why V0?
Output voltage.
Output voltage. But to have polarity. So how you are going to find the voltage drop across the resistor?
The potential difference across it.
Yes, potential difference across it. At this level, you are having 10. At this level, what is the voltage we are having? 0. So 10 minus 0 is equal to 10. So the load voltage will be equal to 10 and RL, whatever value you have got. So this is how you are going to find the load current. So output voltage is the load voltage. Output voltage will act as the load voltage. Okay, so these are some of the problems which I wanted to discuss. So rest of the problems I can do. That completes this module 3. After this, I'll start with the next module, module number 5, digital electronics. So that digital electronics is also one of the biggest chapter. It takes a lot of time, so let us do that.
Yes.